the fourth plant to plant transfer. That is 2-step of MIGO stock transfers. And in the MIGO stock transfer, we will do 303, 305. So I'll again tell you what was happening in the last session, why we were getting an error. The error was that in the plant ALP2, so we had our plant ALPL, okay, we had our stocks in ALPL. Now we wanted to transfer to ALP2 plant, okay, so ALP2. The valuation of ALP2 was not active, that is why we were getting error in the ALP2 plant. This was the error that took us to solve. I started solving it, but somehow some master data was deleted of the plant also, and there was no mapping in SD also. So we don't require SD mapping, but since I was checking every node, then I got to know that a lot of master data was changed. Okay, so material quantity where? So this is our plant ALPL. It has this much stock, okay, in the stores. I'll transfer 2 stocks from 503. We'll get 501. Okay, so we'll send 2 stocks via this movement. Let's check ALP2 plant. In the stock overview, we have 2 only. We'll make it 4. So 503 will send 503 minus 2 and plus 2 in the ALP2 plant. Okay, we'll check. Click on check. Item is okay. Document is okay. Click on post. This is 303. Okay, document hasn't posted. So now we'll go and check our accounting document first. Press enter. Document info. Let's check where. Okay, it was 303. Movement type. Accounting document. In the accounting document, we can check. This is our inventory raw material that got credit, and the inventory of the raw material of other plant. The other plant is a receiving plant that got debit. Okay, so debit means they had the price now, they had the stock, but it got reduced. It got reduced from our ALPL plant. The plant that is supplying got minus or the credit entry, and the plant that is receiving got debit entry. Okay, now let's check what happens when we copy the material document and do a transfer posting 305. Okay, let's check what happens in 305. Enter. So it changed to 305. Let's go transfer posting. Not others. It will be against the material document. Okay. Always try to do 305 against the material document because it will automatically fetch the details. So when I place the material document number, it automatically picked 303. Change it to 305. Okay. Now the plant is from. So we need only one plant to set. So we have the material. Now what plant we'll set? We'll set ALP2. We'll put in ALP2 stores. Okay. What we can do is we can go what material is in the destination plant. So this is our destination plant. Why it is showing the from, I'll tell you in a second. Okay. When we go to the stock overview, wood polish. Just 1 second. Why is it showing like this? Okay, 1 second. Okay, when we go to the stock overview, what happens to the stock overview? It is showing me that this is the stock in transit. Why it is showing the stock in transit as 2 quantities? Because I have done 303. In 303 movement, the stock went to the transit. It got moved from the, it got shipped from the alpha plant, ALPL1 or ALPL. Then it got into the receiving of or in transit of ALP2, alpha 2 plant. Okay. So this is in transit. Now what I'll do, I'll go back to the MIGO screen. Okay. Okay. So in the MIGO screen, that is why it is taking from. This is in the in transit of alpha 2 only. That is why it is showing in transit for this plant. Now 2 quantities were on stock. Alpha 2, material, quantity, where, under where, 305. That's it. Click on check. Not item. Okay. Okay. Item. Okay. Done. post metal document 519 posted. Let's go to display, enter, and now the accounting document will not be generated. So you can see there is no subsequent accounting document. Why? Because as I mentioned, the valuation is being transferred from one plant to another, but in the start only they had the credit and debit for the both plants. Okay, for the movement type 303, the credit and debit for each plant got in the same plant. Now you can see for the alpha stores 1 we got 4 instead of 2. Now we have 4. And let's check for alpha ALPL plant. Now we have 501 instead of 503. Okay, the quantity, 2 quantities got reduced. Somebody was joining. Okay, no issues. Okay, let's go back. So this is completed for our. Just give me 1 second. Let me switch off my WhatsApp. Okay, so this was the complete scenario of Migo. Google link once again. Who's this?
Somebody is trying to join, Aman. You can add him.
I was telling that also, but nobody. I can see nobody here.
One person messaged in the group. You can see in the group.
Send me the Google Meet
Money or
link.
somebody.
It's in the description only.
Yeah, the same thing. I messaged him also.
I texted it on the group. Fine. Subramaniam. Okay. Subramaniam, actually the link is in the group only. So you can check the descriptions also. I copied from description only.
Yes, sir. I tried that link. It's not. I can't able to link it. So I.
No issues. I was presenting. I took 4-5 seconds to accept. No issues. Let's get back. Okay, screen is visible, right? Yeah. Okay. So today we completed all this. The 4 that was left. Now let's go back to this next sheet. Next sheet said that we had the configurations for our STO. Okay, so we did 1 step 301 with Migo, 2 step with Migo stock transfers. These are stock transfers, not STO. Okay, 303, 305 was done. Now we have to do 351, 101 with without SD, and this is also our intra. So I will be taking up today intra STO with SD. I'll be sharing all the SD related configurations today. Okay, so we will probably check how to do 641 tomorrow in the tomorrow session, because SD's configuration is quite long, and I've also prepared one sheet for you guys for SD. So what happens in SD? It's quite confusing. Now the question that you guys might raise would be that why will we have to check all the SD configurations? This is because the SD module might not always be there. Okay, so SD module guy will be there, but the thing is he might not always be there to help you. Right? Likewise, like let's say you have any issues with the STO part. You don't know what your sales how your sales is mapped with the shipping point. Okay, the sales division is mapped with the shipping point. The sales organization is mapped with the shipping point. Okay, the shipping point has this transport group mapping also, and we have 4-5 mappings. So I'll be sharing all that. So today I'll take up the SD configuration. We will check how the UB document type works with the 641 and 101 movement type. I will take this. This is without SD. This is also known as MMSTO. So this is easy. Okay, so if I complete this one cycle, we can do with billing and SD. That will be much easier to do it together. Okay, so if I start, then it will be much easier to just make the document, and then we'll go back to our MMSTO. So MMSTO is an easier topic. That is why I'm taking it at last. Okay, so 1 second, one step. This is without delivery. This is with delivery. Okay. So in what happens in SD configuration with delivery, that we have we have to create a shipping point, shipping for delivery. Then in we have a GR for a receiving plant, and we have to enter the STO. So remembering that shipping has 2-3 parts. Like in SD it is integrated, and with LE module we have that. And the third integration is in the vendor master. Okay, so in the vendor we assign the receiving plant, the receiving plant with the customer, and we assign the supplying plant with the vendor. Okay, so we need to assign the plant code with the vendor IDs. So I've created everything. I'll show you from start. So I've made a short notepad to remember every details. Then we will go with the VL10B. Okay, so this can be VL10B or VL10F. This is same. Then we'll go Migo and we'll do 101. So till today we'll configure the all this. Okay, everything in the first line will take at least 40 minutes to configure. Okay, so I'll explain every cycle. Okay, this is MMSD.
Hello, Aman.
Yeah. Can you speak a little louder?
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Yeah. So due to some family occasion, I can't able to attend the past 2 classes. Can you brief it out?
I'm not able to hear.
Just a minute. Now can you able to hear, sir?
I am able to hear, but it's very low.
Okay.
This STO can we execute on ECC, Aman?
Yeah. STO was there in ECC. It is same STO in S4 HANA also. You don't need to touch anything. I'll
Right.
just tell you the configuration. I'll share you the configuration document. You can check, and you can also process the PO part. So I was getting one issue in the PO. I'll tell you what issue was, and I'll give you one task.
No. Can we completely execute this in ECC? What we
You can do end to end in ECC without any issues.
Okay.
Can you hear me now, Aman? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Subramaniam.
Yeah.
Can you say?
Actually, due to some family occasion, I can't able to understand. I mean, like I can't able to attend the last 2 classes. Can you brief it out what's happened?
In last 2 sessions, actually, we have shared the link, right? We have already shared the link of the last 2 sessions.
Yeah. If it is interrelated with STO, the currently.
Actually, okay. Let me just give it a little brief. 1 second.
Yeah.
It will only take a minute. Okay. So this is how we started about the Migo. Okay. In the last session, I did Migo transfer posting. This is just related to movement types. Okay. Just that.
Okay.
Only this much was related. That got over. This is the part of STO that will start. Okay. So without delivery, STO is MMSTO. MMSTO I will not tell you today. I'll tell you at the last. This is this is STO with delivery and billing. And once again, okay, this is MMSD configuration. Okay, so I'll tell you about all this. Just let me start, otherwise I will not be able to finish in time.
Yeah.
Okay, and before that, we had other topics. That session will be recorded. It is not linked to this. Okay. So since you guys remember BP, I hope you guys remember BP. So what we did today, I was supposed to create a vendor number range, because the vendors were needed to be created for the company, right? We need a plant to transfer the material. Let's say we have a plant that needs to transfer the material. Okay, it's inter STO. I will be taking intra STO. So intra STO happens between 2 plants within the same company code. So right now we did this 301, 305, 303, 305. Okay, so we will not take this 303, 305 every time. This only happens without when there is no freight conditions involved or delivery charges involved. So we will only take STO when we need to assign the condition types. Okay, then only we'll do the STOs. So STO means order. With order, you can put the pricing conditions. So this is also highlighted in the document. I'll share you the same document, Axel's document. In this, they have already written that with the intra STO, we will not generally use the 301 or 302 stock transfer. This happens because we will have some delivery charges. Let's say you have one plant in Delhi and one in Chennai. Then some trucking company or some freight supplier would carry your items and will transfer it to the other state. That is why we will not use the 301, 303, 305 often. But this is a movement type. It is correct. But when the delivery conditions come, you will always use the STO. Okay, so this is STO with delivery, intra STO with delivery. This is a two-step STO. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do, we have two plants. One is a supplying plant in the same company, Alpha. One is the receiving plant, that is Alpha 2. Okay, one is ALPL, then one is ALP2. So the customer is the one that is receiving. The vendor is the one that is sending. Okay, so they have shown one document in which you can easily see that the plant that is ordering is your receiving plant and the vendor is your supplying plant. Okay, supplying plant is vendor, receiving plant is customer. This might be confusing because when you go to BP, you will have to define the roles. So I'll tell you how to define the BP roles. Then we will go ahead, because without defining it, it will be difficult to you to understand. Okay, now they have open XK01. So we don't have SK01 in S4 since I am teaching S4 HANA. I'll be opening BP configuration for the supplying plant. Okay, so I had made number ranges. So this is my number range that I made. This is the I've started since like 4 p.m. I ended at 7:30. So I made the number ranges. So I've made number ranges that have 6 times A and 6 times Z. So I'll be using this for external number range. These are external number range. I have kept the same numbers for customers, vendors, and BPs. Okay, so I wrote everything that the check was made in CVI. CVI means customer vendor integration. That we already saw. And this is the groups. Okay, vendor groups, number range groups. Okay, let's go to our BP transition. In BP, first I will show you how my vendor looks. So this is my vendor. This is the vendor. That is our supplying plant. That has the initial stock. Okay, this is a vendor that has this role, business partner, 6 and 0, standard business partner role. I have only maintained the Alpha International, ALPL, search term to search it, some Gmail and some city. Okay, I don't have to maintain anything else. Now let's go to our purchasing role. It's FLVN00. Okay, supplier. So when I put supplier in the supplier role, okay, so this is company, not this. Okay, FLVN001. VN01. Okay, this is our supplier. This is our purchasing role. Okay, so in purchasing role, I'll go to purchasing. I maintain the purchase organization as ALPO. I maintain the order currency. That's it, nothing else. I'll go back to the general data. In the general data, there is one thing to notice. We have our plant. I have maintained it plant. Additional general data. This means plant because I'm mapping it with my current plant. Okay, this means that this plant is allowed to have this supplier is allowed to have this plant. Okay, so we have the similar settings here for the supplying plant. They have shown the stocks. I won't be showing the stocks because I just did a transfer. Okay, so in first step, they are creating the intra STO, which means for two plants within the same company code. So I've done the company code authorization and all. So I won't be taking it. Now what they do is they have created a vendor that I already created for you guys with the details. Now the vendor has to be assigned to the purchasing data. So in ECC, they have assigned to the purchasing data. In the purchasing data, they have done extras, and then they went to additional purchase data. So add purchase data. So when I showed you add purchase data, it had this plant CPMG. Okay, so this is their plant that is having the stock. Okay, so they have ticked this plant relevant level tick allowed. Okay, okay, I didn't tick this. 1 second, forgot to tick this. So just remember to take this VSR and plant relevant. So plant relevant means that this will be only specific to this plant, no other plant. If I will try to assign the plant to this ALPL plant to any other vendor, let's say I have ALPL2, or let's say I have some other vendor, XYZ vendor, and I'm assigning it to plant ALPL. So the system will throw me error that this is a unique value that is needed to be assigned to only one specific plant. Okay, so no other STO can be processed. This is one configuration that you guys need to look at. Let me take attendance fast till this load is loading. I haven't taken the attendance. Okay, 1 second. Put a snippet. Okay, fine. Paste, then I'll paste it back later. Okay, fine. So in this, it's still loading. Why is it loading so much? Anyways, let's go back to the document. I don't want to waste your time. So just remember that this VSR level allowed and plant level allowed, it needed to be ticked. Why? Because this is because the plant that is having the stock. Okay, the vendor and the plant that is having the stock will be only one, right? This stock will be present. This particular stock at a particular plant will be only present by one vendor for a particular plant, right? The plant will be the vendor. I've defined my external number range. Right now, they have used supply plant CP. They have used some internal number range. But what happened in my current project, how we defined it ALPL, because it is a standard practice that the plants, when they are extended to vendor, okay, when they are extended as a BP vendor, they will have external number range, because it will be much easier to know which plant has the particular stock. Okay, so whenever I want a better reporting, so this is nothing to do with the best practices. When I want a better reporting, or I want a better hands-on on the configuration, like not the configuration, if I want a better hands-on on the top-to-down approach of where my stocks are, or which plant is having, or which STO impacted the stock, and which MB5T report is showing my stock, then in that cases, what I'll do is I'll create an external number range. So just because of the reporting thing, I created external number range from the scratch. Otherwise, we already had some number ranges that were preoccupied with the number range of 9. Okay, so yeah, you saw other vendors that were with 9. So this is the proper config, VSR relevant, plant relevant. We can also check 1 second, F1 with for VSR is, it means that it is denoting the data stored in a vendor master at the sub range level. So vendor sub ranges is a different concept. I will tell you that after this. In purchasing, you have vendor sub ranges. So we went to this sub ranges once. This sub ranges concept is was taught in the scheduling agreement session. I'll tell you about vendor sub ranges. This is not used much because we won't be needing it, but sub ranges is a concept when used when you have the vendor that are having different order currencies but are a part or the subsidiary of the same company. Okay, so you can get an order from a company that is in Delhi, or the subsidiary the subsidiary of that company might be in Japan, so you'll get the order in Japanese yen. But when you have the when your supplier or the vendor is there in your country, you will have the sub ranges maintained here as INR. So you'll have the purchase unit of plant and SSR. Okay, so this is just the vendor sub ranges. SSR means supplier sub range. Okay, nothing to be worried about. Let's go back. Okay, I went back. PDF. Okay, so they have done BSR allowed, plant level allowed. Now we have done the changes. Now let's go to. So this structure will be done by SD team, but as I said, as I mentioned in the session, that I'll be telling you the SD configurations also. This is not relevant to you at this level, but when you go for interviews, this is the STO. STO part is asked very often, like out of 10 out of 8 times they will ask STO. So I gave the interview of EY recently. I got selected, and in EY they didn't ask me about STO. I was shocked. Like they were hiring for US clients, but they didn't ask about STO. I'm not sure why, but in TCS, Accenture, or all these common companies that you face in India, like EY, Quest, all these companies have asked me about STO. Okay, so STO is a very common topic, and they will ask you questions in depth. So they will require you to have this MMSD integration. This is a MMSD integration. That is why this is also called as MMSD STO. Not and the STO that was not having the MM, so not having the SD part, I will keep it for the last session because it is much easier and it will take less time of another session. Okay, so let's start with our SD part. We need to define a sales organization. So I've kept the sales organization and I've defined it already. So we'll just go with the architecture one by one because this is not relevant to you guys, but you should know. SPRO, reference. Let's go to enterprise structure. Definition. In definition, we'll go to sales and distribution. We'll go check sales organization. So I'll go define sales organization. What you can do is you can go to the position. We have ALSO. ALSO is our sales organization. So this is a sales organization that during the implementation, the SD consultant will tell you. Okay, so they will tell what sales organization they are using. It will be based on the structure of the org structure of the organization, the sales part. Then we'll go check distribution channel. So we'll go define. Then we have a distribution channel called as AL. So this is alpha distribution channel. I've maintained the same copy of it in our sheet. I've prepared the sheet. I'll send you the sheet separately. Okay, so I've done till all the configs. So this is our ALSO sales. This is our distribution channel. Now let's go back once again back. Then we have our, let's close this sales. Okay, this is definition. Now we'll go once defining. You remember how we defined the purchase organizations? Likewise, sales is also defined. So after defining, we'll go to assignments. Under assignments, we have assigned sales organization to company code. So we have our sales organization as ALSO. ALSO has been assigned to alpha. This is one configuration that is needed to be remembered. Then distribution channel to sales organization. So remember, everything is connected to sales organization. Sales to company code, distribution channel to sales, then sales to division. Okay, everything is linked to your sales organization. That was the same case in our purchase organization. Okay, so we have ALSO as alpha, AL division. Okay, then we'll go assign division to sales organization. ALSO alpha division. Okay, so I've maintained the same division. Till here we are clear, right? Till here we are clear. In the logistic general, we are doing this. Okay, division. We will map the division in the logistic general node, but the assignments are here. So I'll go on the logistic general also. Then we will get the crux of the topic. Okay, let's go to logistic general. We have sorry, we have under the definitions, we have policy general. Then we had a node of define check division. In this, we had our division as AL. So this was our alpha division in the logistics general node. After the definition, we needed to go to assignments. Then under the assignments, we need to assign the division to our sales org. This is our mapping that we have done with the sales org. Okay, let's go back. So till now, we have done SD part. SD part means define the sales org. We have done the sales org under the definition SD. Sales org is there, distribution channel is there, and okay, sales distribution channel. Then we have divisions. So division was under the logistics general node. So after defining the divisions, I have predefined it for you guys because this is SD part. If you want, we can define also, but it will not be worth it because I have done all the configuration based on this only. Then in LE, we have shipping points. I'll go to the LE node for shipping points. This is the fourth part that was left. Okay. So under the LE node definition, LE, we need to define shipping points. So this was the definition that was left. So shipping point, ALPL. Okay, alpha. So our shipping point is named as alpha ALFA. So this alpha shipping point has been defined in the LE node. Okay, LE means logistics execution. So after the definition is done, we have also mapped this. Okay, ALFA as our shipping point. So this shipping point is not used here. Okay, in the assignments. Let's check. There's no shipping point in the assignments, but we will need it later. Okay, so we'll need it later in the STO mapping. So this is how we define the shipping point. After defining the shipping point, we'll go to the assignments. Okay, so we'll go to the assignments. They have assigned company code with the sales org that I mentioned. Then they have assigned the distribution channel to the sales org. So the distribution channel is how you distribute your material. Okay, so they have defined the distribution channel with the sales org. Then they have assigned the sales org to the division. Okay, after assigning the sales org to the division, they have gone up to sales area. So sales area, I'll tell you what sales area is. Let's go back. So they have defined it. Let's go back. Okay, sales area, assignment to sales area. So we'll go to sales area. In sales area, let's go to our sales org, ALSO, distribution channel AL, division AL. Okay, so this is our sales org. In our sales org, we have a mapping of the sales office. Okay, so sales office is a sales area, like how you sell it. So this assignment we need to do. ALSO assignment we need to do. What sales office is there? So let's check. Okay, so in this you will allocate the sales area with the sales office. The sales office can belong to several sales area. So this means that that a lot of plants, or a lot of, like, let's say you have two plants, alpha and beta. Both alpha and beta are in the same company code, so they will have different location. Let's say they have different location, so they will have the same sales office. The sales office means the sales team will sit in a singular location, but they will have different distribution channels. Distribution channel as in they'll have different location to sell, but they will have the same sales office. Okay, so the sales team will sit at one location, but the selling or the shipping or the delivery point or the distribution channel will have different names. This is AL. Let's say it was beta for beta. The distribution channel, let's say, was beta, and this was BLSO or BTSO. Okay, so this will mean that we can define one sales office to multiple distribution channels, multiple sales org, and multiple divisions. So this is just a assignment of sales office and the sales area with the sales org. So as I said, everything is linked to the sales org only. So we have done sales org to the company code, sales org with distribution channel, division to sales org setup, then sales office to sales area assignment. So right now this is sales org. We have assigned, one second. Let's go to our sales org ALSO. We have assigned the same. Okay, this is the same configuration, ALSO alpha distribution channel name and the sales office. Let's go back. Assign sales or to distribution channel plant. ALSO. So this is the last assignment. So we have done 2 assignments here. This was the assignment that was already there. I have not deleted it. We can delete it also, but it doesn't matter right now. We are not using this. Let's delete it only. Okay. So this is also one plant that was created with Axel's training. So they have this pre-assignment. Now we'll go to our assignment only. So we have ALSO as our alpha sales org with the AL distribution channel or the distribution cluster for material. Then we have plant. So this plant is linked with our distribution channel and our ALSO. So why is it linked with our distribution channel? Because this is our supplying plant. Let's go back to our PDF. So what they have done is they have assigned the sales org distribution channel. Then they have assigned the sales org distribution channel and the plant. Okay. They have gone to assignments. We are in the same node, but I am not going back and forth because it is on the same node only. Okay, so they have assigned their plant, that is the distribution plant, CPMG. Okay, so CPMG plant is the distribution plant that is having the stock. Okay, let's verify CPMG was there, right? Because the other plant was W, start from W. Okay, CPMG is their supplying plant. So you need to maintain the supplying plant that has the distribution channel. So distribution channel means it will distribute to the receiving plant or the customer. So the customer assignment will only be in the customer master. The supplier master will have the supplying plant details and the relevant details for your that are needed to be your in your purchase order. Okay. You have any doubts till here, guys? Please ask. Otherwise, I'll start with the other configuration. Tell me if I'm going too fast. If you want me to repeat anything else. Do you have any doubts, Guru Raj Subramanyam? Guru Raj Subramanyam, any doubts? Please unmute.
No, we need to again go through the PDF and recording once.
I'm unable to hear you, Guru Raj.
No,
Okay.
we need to go through the recordings once again and understand them.
Okay. Please feel free to ask in the WhatsApp group only, or you can also personally text me. Then we can schedule one session. Okay. So this is the basic SD configuration. Then we have done the assignments, plant and distribution channel. Okay, sales org we have done till here. Okay, then we need to assign the shipping point to the plant. So as I said, shipping point, we assign the shipping point as ALFA, but we'll need define the ALFA in the LE part, but we'll need to do the assignment in the LE node because it was a part of LE. That is why we need to do the assignment in LE. Okay, let's go to our assignments. Let's go back. This is our assignment we define in LE. Okay, so now we will need to go to LE node, logistics execution. So we need to assign the shipping point. Let's go execute. So right now you will not have anything, right? You have a scroll bar, you don't know where a plant is. Click on Control F, AL, FA. Now we got hit for alpha. Okay, so when I clicked alpha, it landed to my page. So how I did it? I pressed Control F. Control F will lead me to my lead to my shipping point. Okay, or the plan. So how I did my assignment? I went here. I did this assign. Then I'm assigning. Okay, assignment not possible. Sorry, assignment. So when I went to assign, all these shipping points came. All these shipping points came. I need to click here and tick. Okay, this means shipping points assignment to plant. Choose a shipping point. I have a lot of shipping points. I can choose any, but I'm not choosing. My alpha plant is already assigned. I've already done one assignment with the alpha plant. So this was my alpha ALFA shipping point. I did the assignment with the alpha plant. So I made one note because this the other person was also working with this SAP. So what is happening? They might change some details, right? If they change, what will happen? I will not be able to uh, re uh, recheck. So I have made one note for this for you guys, just to know that all these configurations are correct. SD part is done. All the assignments are done till here, till the shipping points. Now we will need to set up part. So we have only 10 minutes left for the session. I'll try to sum everything up for you guys. Then we'll check how to create a PO for STO. Okay. So if we get any errors, then we'll check that tomorrow. So till today, we'll create the PO, and so this assignment is done. And close, also close. Okay. Let's go back to our presentation. Sorry, PDF. So we have done the assignments. They have pressed Control F like I did. Then we have the part of configuration, like I said. Okay, so in what we need to do? We need to define shipping data. So how we need to define shipping data? This is SPRO, IMG, purchasing, purchase order, setup STO. So till here, it is OLME. So always remember the T code OLME. Under OLME, we have POs, then setup STO, then setup plant data. So we'll go and set up our plant data. Let's do it. Let's go to OLME/N OLME. It's much easier this way when you know the shortcodes of purchasing. Under purchasing, we'll go to setup stock transfer order. So let's find it STO. Okay, it's under the purchase order. Okay, this is the purchase order. Then under the purchase order, we'll go and find setup stock transfer order. Okay, this is our node setup STO. Okay, so this is our shipping. This is our shipping data for plants. We'll go execute. Only find our shipping data. We have our plant. Okay, so let's go to ALPL plant. Our ALPL plant will be mapped for the shipping data because ALPL plant is the plant that we need to ship the material. It has a distribution channel. It has the shipping data. Okay, let me check. Let me tell you one more thing. I forgot to tell you here. ALPL. Okay, enter. Double click. Okay, fine. So in ALPL, STO, define shipping rules. So define shipping point. So which shipping point? What do I mean by shipping point? When I said the plant that is needed to have the distribution channel or the sales, or how will we link it? We'll link in the shipping. Okay, let's go back once. This is shipping data, right? How does the system know what is needed to be shipped, right? Or what distribution channel is needed to be used? One linkage will be done in the material master. One linkage is needed to be done in the plant. So for the plant, we need our plant data and all this data. Okay, so we have defined the distribution channel, division, shipping point, and our sales order. So where do we need to map? We need to map in the shipping data of the plant. So let's go backward plant, ALPL. Double click on the plant. I'll select, double click. On double clicking, it will show customer number plant. I will not put the customer number. You ask me why? Just because on putting the customer number, it will mean that it is not my sending plant. It is a receiving plant. I'll not put the customer number in my sending plant. Sending plant will always be empty. Remember that. Because the receiving plant will also map the receiving plant. The shipping data for the plant of sending will be mapped, and the receiving plant or the customer plant will also be mapped. So I'll map both the plants. Just give me 1 second. So this is our state. This is our sales organization, distribution channel, and the division that we mapped. Just check once sales or distribution channel. Okay. Let's go back. Then we have ALP2. Okay. So this ALP2 is our receiving plant. So this is our customer number. How did we get the customer number? This is our customer number that we created in the BP. So I'll show you the configuration of this also. Just remember, the receiving plant or the customer, receiving or the customer will be mapped in the customer number plant. It will not have any distribution channel, because this is not distributing, this is only receiving. Okay. And this is a sending plant. So let's go back to our PDF. Right now, they have done the setup for the shipping data of plants. Okay. So they have gone to the plant. They have mapped this. Then with the customer, with the receiving plant of the customer, they went and they mapped the same details of the customer plant number. Now they didn't have the customer plant number. So how did it do? They went to their SD team. The SD team, then they asked that create a customer number. So they created a customer number with the T code XD01 ECC and BP in S4. So I'll go and to BP. So show BP. I'll check how the BP works. Okay. So in this ALP2 star, okay, ALP2. So just check the configuration. This is my ALP2 plant. Okay, that plant I need to send to. This is my customer. So what I did was I created a business partner. Nothing special. Just I made Alpha 2 in Alpha International 2 customer. This is my same number range, external number range that I defined for the sales. So this is my customer number range for SLU, SLCU, and the number range is the same. Okay, ALP2. So I have mentioned some XYZ city, some Gmail ID, @gmail.com. Then I'll go back. I'll go to which role? I'll go to customer role. So there are two customer roles. Which one I need to go? First one is FI. Okay. Why FI? Because it is intra STO, and in intra STO, if I don't map the FI this, then there will be no invoicing. Okay. So we need invoicing also, and we need stock transfer also. Correct? So are you getting my point? So if we don't map the reconciliation account, it will not help in the receivables getting paid off. The amount that we are, the stock and the value of the stock that we are taking, it is needed to be paid off via a sales invoice. Okay, sales invoice is raised and the customer will get paid. Okay, so the customer will pay you. Okay, so this is one thing. I extended it to company customer alpha. Okay, so this is my customer number. How did I got the customer number? There is no place to get the customer number here, right? You can check any tab. There is no customer number here. So how did I get the customer number? Let's go back to the general data. In we have the vendor additional data, but in the additional data of the customer, there is no data. Then how did I got it? Okay, the account group that I was telling you about. Okay, so this is the customer number in the general data. I map the customer number of the plant. You can also check with this PDF. They have mapped the customer number. Once again. Okay, so they have mapped in the company code data the sales, the terms of payment of the sales, and they have mapped the customer number also and the shipping conditions. So the shipping condition will be in the shipping tag. The standard shipping conditions are taken as 02, but in our SAP S4HANA, standard starts at 01. So they have mapped the shipping details. I'll also go and check where I've mapped. Okay, So this is FI customer assignment. This is the customer number. So in the customer general data in S4, we get this. I will share you the HCC configuration also. Okay, so this happened. This went for FI standard customer role. Then we have, like we have purchasing, we have our FLCU01. Okay, so in FLCU01, we have our sales and distribution area. Here we are having the details of sales area. So when I said in the purchasing, you remember in the purchasing, I said that always remember in, one second, sorry, always remember in the plant that we are sending. Okay, we're sending from this plant, ALPL, will need to do the sales or distribution channel distribution and division. Okay, sorry, SD division. We need to define the same with the customer. Okay, so the customer will be defined at the, all the sales or will be defined, the sales area will be defined at the customer level. So the customer will be mapped in the PO. This customer will have the sales, or this sales or will be defined in the plant, the sending plant. Are you getting the linkage? Sales all is the in the middle, sales or distribution channel, and the division is in the middle of the sending plant and the receiving plant. This receiving plant is a customer. Okay, fine. So we have defined the sales area. So this is the sales area. Then we'll go to shipping tab. In the shipping tab, they had the standard condition. I've also done the standard condition. In the standard, you can see we don't have the as soon as possible. So we'll use 01. After using 01, there's nothing, there's no assignments we need to do in other tabs. It is the same. Okay, it is the same that we need. So we have separate roles in SD also, for which we have already shared the document in BP. I've skipped the SD part for the customer, but you can also check for SD in the previous sessions and the previous documents. Okay, let's go back to our PDF. So they have defined the sales area. One second. Okay, so they created a customer. They defined the sales organization, the distribution channel division. Then they have defined the details, basic details, payment terms for the payment transactions. Okay, I think we have not checked the payment terms. One second. In the FI customer payment transactions, customer data. Second, they have maintained the payment terms in the payment transactions only. We don't have the payment terms here. Okay, we can skip that. The payment terms are not mandatory. It is just showing that it is needed to be done as soon as possible. They have maintained the sales area data. We have also given the sales area data in the customer SD customer role. It is here. Then we have also done the mapping of the customer number, standard shipping details, and always remember that the shipping condition, this is the shipping condition, standard shipping condition is very, very important in SD. When I say very important, why I'm saying it? I'm saying it because we will be mapping in the, mapping the same in the STO configurations. Okay, when after this STO, we'll see the STO nodes. In that we'll map it. Okay, so it's 10:31. I'll take 10 minutes more to complete this. Okay, so they have said that enter the customer code, that is the receiving plant, in as below. Okay, so in the next screen they have done the customer plant mapping. The customer plant mapping that we left in the middle to map the customer. Okay, so I've already mapped the customer mapping with a second plant. The customer is ALP2. This is the same customer that we created, ALP2. Okay, so I've kept the number ranges similar to avoid any confusion. So with ALP2 is mapped, with ALP map. Then we'll go and check the we'll go and check the delivery assignments, delivery type, and the checking rule. Okay, so in this, what we need to check, delivery type. So what is delivery type? Delivery type will be NL. Why NL? This is a standard delivery type in SAP. One second, let's go back. I'll kick back twice. So we have configure delivery type, procedure, assignment. Okay, 1 second. So we have completed till here. Okay, till here we have done STO. Under STO we have assign delivery type and checking rule. Configure delivery type and checking and ability check by procedure. 1 second. PDF it was under STO only. Okay. So configure delivery type and checking rule. Okay. So we had a delivery type that is NL and 1 second delivery type, document type and L, and the shipping plant is ALPL. So ALPL is our shipping plant. This is our UB document type. Okay. The purchasing document type is UB. So when I say UB, I mean MA21N. UB is a standard document type in SAP document types. So when I use UB is a STO. It's a SAP given STO document type. Okay. UB. Let's go back. So UB document type, it means document type description means STO. Then our supplying plant is ALPL. Then our delivery type is NL. NL means replenishment delivery. Okay, so it will go to your plant. It will fulfill the delivery conditions. UB, the supplying plant, and then NL. So we have not mapped anything. So for inter STO we'll use NL, and for inter STO, inter means when the plant is in a separate company code. So when you want to transfer a material from one company code to different company code, you will use NLCC. For same plant, you will use NL. Any doubt still here? I guess you'll see the recording, Gurugraj. Let's go back. So I'll try to complete it in the next 5-6 minutes. Then we need the assignment for one-step procedure, tolerance, and under delivery. So what happens under delivery? Let's say why we need to put this. What happens in one step? In one step, we will put it in a single step. The STO will be done in single step. And with under delivery, what happens with under delivery is we are transferring 5 quantities. Let's say we are transferring 5 quantities. Now, in the shipment during the delivery, let's say we are using truck and we had pellets. Somehow, you know that somebody stole it or it got damaged, or it is equipment that cannot be used after it's get damaged, or the bag it was getting transported in got ruptured in the process of being transferred. So then we use under delivery tolerance. Okay, so now the tolerance that we are doing, it will be under delivered. Then we use this sticks one step and under delivery tolerance. So I'll go check. We have defined this. This is okay. This is our checking rule. So I have not told you about this. So this is the standard checking rules. Sales checking rules will not do RP. Okay, we are not doing anything. Generally, we take RP or checking rule that is standard. Then these are some ticks. Schedule. We are not scheduling any deliveries because it's a different configuration in SD. Then we have delivery type. I'm not sure. Okay, this is for consignments. This is not required. Then we have ability check. The ability check that we define in the SD, that is complete delivery, one-time delivery, or rescheduling. So we'll not be covering this. This is the standard type. Everything that is there, you don't need to do this. But just remember, UB document type is mapped with NL for intra, and for inter NLCC is mapped with UB. Okay, let's go back. Then we have to maintain the one step, two step, and your under delivery. So I've mapped this. ALPL is the supplying plant. The receiving plant is the ALP2, and it is needed to map with the one step or under delivery. So I don't have any under delivery. I'm not delivering under delivery quantities, and I'm not using one step. I want to show you two step. That is why I'm doing the process. Okay, so I'm not mapping it. It is the same configuration is also there in this. They are not mapped directly, because if we take one step, the system will directly put a GR. They will put a GR in the receiving plant. They'll receive it directly. I don't want to receive it directly. I'll do a two-step STO, that is receiving, and one is outbound from the shipping plant. So we are not taking in this in the two-step STO. Then they have created the material with the sales data. I'll go and show you the sales data. 1 second. MM02. Let's go check our sales data, org levels, storage location, evaluation, ALSO, AL. Okay, yes, selected everything that is relevant. Tick, tick. On ticking, we have sales org 1. So just remember, in the sales org 1, we need to maintain division. This is the division, alpha division, that we have in the materials management. Okay, sorry, in the logistics general, we have divisions. We mapped it right. For the tax codes, we have all these taxes. So it is needed to be 0 for all taxes. We are not putting in on tax relevant. It will be 0. Sales org 2. This is the standard sales org 2. We have not done anything. Norm was there. Then comes the major part, sales distribution plant. So this is our standard transporting group, pellets, and standard loading group, crane. We have not changed anything. This will be same standard. I've not changed anything. Okay. Availability check is there that we use. That is individual requirements. We are not doing any ability check here. Okay. So this is the same settings that was there. So I'm not doing anything. I don't want to save. Since it's already saved, let's go check what they have done. They have put the tax category, input as per your requirement. Then they have used the transport group and the loading group. Then in the standard transport and loading group, we can save the material. Then we need to assign the shipping points. So as I said, the last part of the PPT would be assigning the shipping points. Okay. So without the shipping point, the STO will not work. So why shipping point? If I don't assign the shipping point, how will the distribution channel will work, right? So I'll go to the LE part. You remember we defined the shipping point in LE. We assigned it in LE. So that is why we need to assign the shipping points in LE node. We'll go to LE. Just give me 1 second. SPRO. Then we'll go to LE, logistics execution. Then we'll go to shipping. Under the shipping, we have basic shipping functions. And under the basic shipping functions, we have shipping point and goods receiving point determination. Under that, we'll go assign shipping points. Let me check if this was the okay. Assign shipping points. We have goods receipt location. Then we have assign shipping points. So under the assign shipping points, we'll go find our location. And if we don't do this, if we don't assign the shipping points, we'll not get the shipping data. Okay, we'll not get the shipping tab. So we'll go to positions, the condition, shipping condition, NL. Let's go here. Loading group, 0001. The plant ALPL. Okay. Shipping condition. 1 second. Why don't we get the plant? One second. Shipping condition was shipping point. Shipping conditions. 1 second. 1 second. Propose shipping point. Right. Just now. Before the material master, we had shipping conditions. Give me 1 second. Shipping condition. Control F. Shipping. Okay, the shipping conditions was standard. Okay, 0, 1. Fine. Under the sales area, we mapped shipping conditions. Let me check once. Then put it here. Okay, 1 second. Sales area. Sales point. Intra STO assignments. Sales area. Sales area as shipping condition as 0, 1. Okay, so we need to go to 0, 1. Let's go back to 0, 1. So this 0, 1 will have our ALPL. Okay, the loading group is 0001 and ALPL. Okay, so we don't have it here. 1 second. Shipping condition is 0, 1. This is standard shipping condition. Loading group is 0001. Then we have ALPL plan. Alpha International. Then proposed shipping point is ALFA is our shipping point. Click on enter. Okay, this entry is already existing. Let's go back. Shipping condition 0, 1. Loading group 0001. Plant ALPL. Okay, so it was already there. My bad. Okay, so we had shipping conditions 0, 1. Loading group 0001. ALPL. ALFA. So if we don't have this, what will happen? If we don't have this, then we'll not get the shipping data. Shipping tab is there in the purchase order. I'll show you the shipping tab once. So after the mapping, without this, they will not get the shipping data tab in the PO. So they have mapped this shipping point interpretation. Okay, so you will get a system pop-up in the purchase order for this shipping data. Now they have shown with the T code that they have this material in different companies. Okay, now we'll use the PO. Okay, so I can take the PO in the next session if today is getting late. Let's we can stop the recording. We can ask the doubts. I can show you the PO right now, or we can do it in the next session also. Gururaj, Subhanam, do you have any issues?
I have a lot of things to cover today. So
What?
yeah, a lot of things has been covered today, right? So
yeah, I have covered the SD configuration. That is why it took a lot of time for SD part, right? And the PO, if I make, it will take 2-3 minutes. Then this SD part that we made will impact the outbound delivery. So you need to do outbound delivery in VL10B. Then we need to receive it also. It will take another 30-40 minutes. So I'll take one more session for inter STO. So you can also check once. Okay. Okay. I'll stop the recording. Just ask your doubts if you have any.